In this exercise, I'm going to configure an ExpressRoute Gateway. So there are two tasks that I will perform. The first task is that I'm going to create a VNet and a gateway subnet. Then I will now create the virtual network gateway. To connect to your Azure virtual network and your on-premises via ExpressRoute, you must create a virtual network gateway first. A virtual network gateway serves two purposes. One, to exchange IP routes between the networks and also to route network traffic. When you create a virtual network gateway, you need to specify several settings. One of the required settings is gateway type, which specifies whether the gateway is used for ExpressRoute or VPN traffic. The two gateway types we have are VPN and ExpressRoute. So VPN is for a situation whereby you want to send encrypted traffic across the public internet, while ExpressRoute is for a situation whereby you want to send network traffic on a private connection. Each of the virtual network now can have only one virtual network gateway per gateway type. For example, you can have one virtual network gateway that uses gateway type VPN and one that uses a gateway type ExpressRoute. So in this exercise, like I said earlier, I'm going to now create a VNet and I will now create a virtual network gateway. So the first thing that I will do is to look for a virtual network. And in the virtual network service, I'm going to click on the create, which will allow me to create a new virtual network. And I'm also going to, add a subnet to the virtual network. So once again, Azure Virtual Network is a fundamental building block for your private network in Azure. So VNet enables many types of Azure resources such as virtual machine so that they can securely communicate with each other and so on. So in this particular form, I'm going to leave the subscription this way. And as for the resource group, I'm going to configure a new resource group because right now there is no resource group. So I'll just click on the create new and I will name the resource group Contoso resource group. Then I'll click OK. Then as for the virtual network name, I'll call it Core Services VNet. Then I'll move to the IP addresses tab. On the IP addresses tab in IP4 address space, I'm going to enter a range of IP address. I will make use of 10.20.0.0, 10.20.0.0/16. Now I'm going to delete this default subnet and I'm going to add a new subnet. This time around, the subnet purpose is going to be virtual network gateway. And here is it, virtual network gateway. So I need to have at least one virtual network gateway subnet before I can be able to connect my virtual network gateway to that particular virtual network. So, and there's no need to adjust the name because it will call it virtual network gateway. So I'm going to click add and I will now click review plus create. So it's running the final validation now. Then I will click the create so that it can begin to initialize the deployment, and after that we'll now begin to submit the deployment into the Azure. So at this point, I'm going to pause this video and I'll be back once the deployment is complete. Now that the deployment is complete, the next thing that I will do now is to move to the task 2, where I'm going to create a virtual network gateway. So I'll click on the virtual network gateway and The next thing that I will do now is to click create. Once again, what is the purpose of the virtual network gateway? Azure Virtual Network Gateway, which is also called Azure VPN Gateway, connects your on-premises network to Azure through site-to-site VPN in a similar way that you set up and connect to a remote branch of your office. So I'm going to click the create, and it's going to give me a form now to now create an ExpressRoute Gateway. So in the subscription, I'm going to leave it this way. And as for the name of this virtual network gateway, I'll call it Contoso Service VNet Gateway. Contoso Services VNet Gateway. And in the region, it's going to be East US. And in the gateway type, I will select ExpressRoute because the gateway that I want to create is ExpressRoute. Now, like I said earlier, there are two types of gateway. We have VPN gateway and we have the ExpressRoute gateway. And earlier, I was able to tell us the difference between these two types of gateway. The VPN gateway is to send an encrypted traffic across the public internet, while the ExpressRoute is to send network traffic to a private connection. So now that I've picked ExpressRoute, and that is the one I want to configure as far as this demonstration is concerned, then the SKU is going to be standard. So the next thing that I will need to do now is to select the virtual network that I'm going to connect this ExpressRoute to. Remember earlier, I created a virtual network which is subnet of a virtual network gateway. Now I must now select that particular virtual network here. Now this is the virtual network. Now let me tell you something. The region that you deploy that virtual network to must be the same region you are deploying this virtual network gateway to. If they are in different region, let's say for instance you deploy the virtual network into East US, and as you can see now, this one is East US2. It's not going to see the virtual network gateway because they will be in different regions. So in this case, they must reside in the same region. Now, as you can see right now, my virtual network is deployed into East US, and that is why, no, we can see this. Let's say, for instance, I move this one back now to East US. You will realize now that, at the end of the day, I won't be able to see the virtual network gateway again. Look at it. Look at it. It's empty because it is not in the same region with the virtual network. So I have to switch back to East US2, and I'll select my ExpressRoute back and look at it again. The core service VNet is back. So I'll select core service VNet. Now remember, there is a particular subnet there. That's a virtual network gateway subnet. You can see it has picked that one by default. So that is going to be the subnet that is going to connect this virtual network gateway into. So at this point, I'm going to click review plus create, and it's going to run the final validation. And after the final validation, it's saying the validation passed. So I can now click the create button. So it's now deploying the virtual network gateway now. In a normal scenario, it's supposed to take like 30 to 40 minutes or more than that in some instances. So at this point now, I'm going to pause this video and I'll be back once the deployment is complete. Now the deployment is complete. As you can see, This is the deployment of the virtual network gateway. So this is how you actually deploy a virtual network gateway.
Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing to this channel. Please, let me know what you think in the comment section. And do not forget to leave a like and share this video. See you in the next one.